Welcome to Blaise Cooks. I'm Blaise, and today we're going to do ceviche. Ceviche is very popular in Peru, and it's sort of like their idea of sushi. It's not mixed with rice or anything like that. It's just fresh fish, many different kinds, cut in small pieces, tossed with lime juice, and then also mixed with some garlic, onion, a little cilantro, or whatever you'd like to mix with it. It's a wonderful dish, and today we're going to do ceviche with tilapia. I like tilapia because it's mild in flavor, it's firm, which is what you want with a ceviche fish, and also it's inexpensive. As you can see, I have 3 tilapia fillets, and I'm going to chop them up in half-inch dice. You can just slice it, give some room there, into the half-inch dice. And we're going to move on to the step of prepping the vegetables and preparing a couple other special ingredients. Now remember, while you're prepping the other stuff, you want to keep your fish cold. And I like to use a nambi bowl. That's a metal from the Southwest which retains heat and cold equally well. This is nice and cold. I'm going to put my fish in the nambi bowl, and then I will cover it and put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to serve it. Before we start prepping the vegetables, I want to fry my Peruvian corn. This corn is really special. Instead of exploding like the popcorn that we're familiar with, it sort of explodes inward, so it becomes chewable and crunchy, and we serve it with the ceviche when it's ready. So I'm going to fry it in 2 tablespoons of lard. It's a half a cup of corn, and we're just going to let that go while we're getting the vegetables ready. Now I'm going to use really the classic vegetables. I'm going to use a tomato. I'm going to use a half an onion. We can hear the popcorn popping back there. Might be a little hot. Whoa! They're flying out of the Whoa! Jesus. Okay. Oh my God! I gotta get it But this will be perfectly fine. By the time it cools down, the corn will be browned and will have popped. You hear how quickly it popped. And then we'll put some salt on it and we'll serve it with the ceviche. So, as I said, we're going to go to use the basic vegetables: tomato, onion, garlic, some cilantro, hot pepper, and also some diced avocado, which I think I'm actually going to put on the side instead of mixing with the ceviche. And of course the lime juice, which is the critical ingredient. With my microplane, which is a great tool for grating a lot of different things, is I'm actually going to zest a lime. Now I've never put lime zest in my ceviche, but lime zest is really a winner in anything that calls for citrus. I finished zesting. Now for 3 fillets of ceviche, I'm going to use the juice of 2 limes. I'm going to use the lime, of course, that I just zested. I already have 1 lime juiced. One last ingredient I didn't mention is, of course, cilantro. This is absolutely critical to the flavor. If you have cilantro just trimmed like this, you want to wrap it in a paper towel. That absorbs any moisture, and moisture on the leaves is what makes the leaves rot. So that's why you wrap it in the paper towel. And I'm just going to pull some leaves here, and I don't even think I'm going to chop it because the whole leaf in the dish will look really nice. So I'm going to just drizzle my lime juice over the ceviche. In fact, I'm not even going to use all the lime juice. I have a lot more than I need. And I'm going to put the cilantro in and the tomatoes. And I better not use my hand for some of these ingredients. I got the pepper. In fact, you know what? I have a little too much tomato too, which is fine. I'd rather have more than I need than less. And the onion. Just toss this around gently. Gently mainly because of the tomato. My hands are wet and I grabbed the salt out of a bowl, so I gotta dry it off. That's plenty of salt. And my favorite ingredient, and most chefs' favorite ingredient, is black pepper. While I'm waiting for that to cure, I have some leftover tomatoes, as you know, and some peppers and onions, and half of a pepper left. And I thought I had some salsa from a meal a day or 2 ago, and I figured instead of throwing it out and letting it go to waste or putting it in its own separate bowl, I'm going to just add it to this bowl. In fact, I'm going to have to get a bigger bowl. My assistant, of course, brought me these beautiful little stoneware Le Creuset bowls. It's a shape of a pepper. This is a bell pepper, of course, with the little little handle, which is the stem. I love this thing, and it's a great way to serve salsa. Of course, you can bake in it too. You can bake little casseroles in it, and that is one heck of a way to serve salsa. Now the ceviche is served with, believe it or not, sweet potatoes and the corn you saw me popping earlier. Now Peru is known for potatoes, and if I'm not mistaken, it is where potatoes originally came from. Now I just have a regular old sweet potato here. I boiled it and I cut the skin off, and I'm going to put it in thick slices in one direction. And then I'm going to slice it the other direction to make kind of like sticks. So let's prep the avocado, and then we're going to put it all together on the plate. So we're going to scoop it out with a big spoon. I try to get as much of that dark green out as possible. See how dark green that is? This is a little lighter. I left some back in the skin. And then we're going to just dice that. I'm going to do relatively big dice again. And this gives a great color with the orange of the sweet potato, so that's good to go. I'm going to put the ceviche on the plate first. Give it another quick toss, because obviously some lime juice goes to the bottom, a lot of lime juice. A little bit more. A little bit of everything in there. And then we're going to put some of the sweet potato off to the side here, and my avocado, just about a half of an avocado. And then I'm just going to drizzle the avocado with some olive oil, and I actually am going to drizzle the ceviche with a little bit too. That's something that you can toss in advance with it, but I didn't. How can we forget our corn? Our corn looks really nice. Remember I said it just browns in the pan? It popped all over the place, of course, but this can get served on the side or just sprinkled. Again, a little salt on this. And you serve it just sprinkled over the top of the ceviche. Couldn't leave out my crunchy corn. It really is a nice contrasting texture. So let's see how this tastes. The way the flavors combine is just wonderful. I actually would like a touch more salt on my ceviche. I was a little light-handed on that when I put it in the bowl in the first place, and because I always knew I could add a little bit at the end, which I just did. So I'm going to enjoy this now, and next time hopefully I will maybe get back to something light and refreshing as this, but different. I'll have to find some other country on the map who makes equally delicious, refreshing, light, and healthful food. See you next time.